Good evening. With a slow start to the new year, I am back training, and today is interval training on Zwift. On today's program, I have got 4 minutes at 240 watts and then into 4 minutes at 250 watts and 210 watts. Got them 5 times each interval over 50 minutes. This is me back into kind of the full regime of training, doing 2 to 3 interval trainings a week and then 2 endurance rides. So I've got my bike set up, the 2 water bottles ready to go, and I'm going to put on a bit of music in the background just to kind of help me get through this Zwift session. I haven't got a fan set up yet. That was one thing I was supposed to do at the weekend, but I couldn't find the fan with a remote because I don't want to get off the bike when I have to turn it on and off. So that's something I need to look for online. But this is kind of the setup. Laptop here. Like I said, the bike to set up with the all-important mat to pick up any sweat, towel, 2 bottles of water, and then because I kind of DJ on the side as well, I've got my deck set up with the 2 speakers, and I'm about to put on a record to have in the background while I'm riding. So like I said, it's just a 50-minute ride. Let's do this. The first 5 minutes is just a warm-up, sitting at 91 watts at the minute. This will slowly increase over the next 5 minutes, and then I'm into my first interval, which is going to be 240 watts at 4 minutes, and then into a interval at 4 minutes again at 210 watts. This is really to build up strength in my legs and my endurance, which is going to be very important when we get on the road in August. 285 k's a day for 50 days in a row. So endurance is going to be extremely important. My heart rate's sitting at 114 at the minute. And I'm sure by the end of this will be in the 160, 170. But yeah, just nice warm up in a minute, getting my legs spinning, loosened up, ready to hit these intervals. Let's go. So today, I've decided to go for a bit of vinyl. One for the old Snoop Dogg album called Doggy Style. Something a bit different in the background. I'm a big music fan. It's good to have some hip hop playing in the background rather than in my headphones. Usually I'm listening to music or a podcast. This is kind of the first time I've been able to play it in the speakers. It sounds a bit better. At least I can hear my own breathing as well. So just starting to ramp up now. Sitting at 165 watts with 27 seconds left of the warm-up, and then I'm going to go into my first interval. As you can see right now, pretty dry, no sweat, but it's coming. So that's my first 4-minute interval at 240 watts. Now I'm into a 4-minute interval of 210 watts. I'm going to start to increase my cadence as well. At the minute I'm sitting in the 70s, around 74 to 76. I'll start getting this cadence into the 80s, 90s, get my legs spinning a bit faster and the heart rate rising. So 210 watts at the minute for another 3 minutes. Second interval, 8 to go. Now starting to sweat. So when me and Ben said that we're going to cycle around Australia, we were trying to look online to see who's done it before. Found one person who has the record at 36 days. I think it's around 36 days. Tried looking on YouTube to see if there's many people who have documented cycling around. There's Francis Cade, who is probably one of the biggest cycling YouTubers. He cycled across the centre, and there's a couple of people that have cycled around Australia, but over 6 months to a year. Hence why I wanted to document everything. Really something so I can look back on and see what I achieved, the pain I've put myself through, but also for you people to learn from and see the kind of training that has to be put in to do something like this. There's not really much online about an event of this type. There is endurance training videos for back-to-back days, mostly a week event, but this event is 2 months of cycling back-to-back days of 285 Ks. So I'm no expert, I'm no coach, but this is the stuff that's working for me at the minute. Really trying to build the strength for my legs, working on my mobility, working on my endurance and my fitness, and trying to keep the diet on track. So I am 240 watts. I've got another 2 minutes in this interval and then dropping back down to 210. Thought I'd make this video for the Zwift rider community that's on Facebook. Seems to be a lot of banter going on in those groups and a lot of good advice as well. So this is my advice. If you want to try and cycle around Australia, lots of intervals and lots of big rides. So doing a lot of my training, my interval training indoors. Happens to be raining today in Sydney, and then this weekend go out on the longer rides. Probably Saturday 100 plus Ks ride, and the same on Sunday. Building the strength on the legs, get my body used to this and my central nervous system, because when I do long rides it always affects my central nervous system. So really making sure that my body gets used to that, taking in the right food while I'm on the bike, and recovery. Most important of all, recovery, recovery, recovery. Getting a good sleep, massage, relaxing, and food. Heart rate's now at 171. 2 more intervals left. One at 240 and one at 210 watts. And then it's a 5-minute free ride to finish it. Now that's supposed to be the easy part. I'm sitting at a cadence of 92. And I'm trying to keep that between 92 and 102. Keep those legs spinning. As you can see, it's very, very hot now, but nearly at the end. So that's it. Intervals are done. Just doing a 5-minute free ride to cool down. I'm sitting at about 140 watts at the minute. Just letting my heart rate drop back down. As you can see, it's another very sweaty session. I definitely need to get a fan. That's got to be at the top of my list this weekend, if I don't forget. But if you enjoyed this, something a bit different, but this is kind of behind the scenes of what I'm doing to train around Australia, to cycle around Australia. Lots of intervals, lots of long rides. If you like, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and also drop a comment. I'm always trying to grow the community. If you've got any tips for me as well, I would appreciate any comments. Peace.